Okay, let's stick with the phones. Pat enjoyed that one, I can tell. Let's go to the phones. 617-830-4750. Let's go to our caller from the 404 area code. Who's this?
Hi, David. My name's Jeff.
Jeff, what's going on?
Not much. I'm glad I'm the next guy you took on the phone because that guy, that's the definition of someone who's completely uninformed. You ask him for a specific question about a specific policy, and he can't give you one specific.
Right.
It's very sad. Very
It is sad.
But I want to thank you for taking my call. I love your show.
Thank you.
I'm a recent viewer. I found you through YouTube, and I'm glad you take calls. But I'm one of those leftists who is not really believing the Trump-Russia election collusion story.
Okay.
I find it to be a red herring to avoid talking about really the real neoliberal problems of the Democrats. They're constantly... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So which aspect of it don't you believe?
Well, I do believe Trump has ties with Russia as far as money laundering goes.
Okay.
He's been dealing with Russian banks forever. But as far as election interference and collusion to interfere, I just don't see that as something that... I mean, Israel does more to infect our elections than Russia has.
Okay, but let's take it piece by piece if we can, Jeff, so just so we can figure out exactly how you've sort of put together this belief. You're saying you don't believe that there were Russian attempts to interfere, and that you believe that that's actually something that's being used to cover up the fact that there's neoliberals in the Democratic Party. Intelligence agencies, mostly run by Republicans or historically Republicans, came up with the assessment that Russia did interfere. So what does that have to do with Democrats and neoliberals? Do you just not trust the intelligence agencies?
Well, to begin with, the initial assessment by the three agencies was they had moderate to high confidence that Russia may have. That's not evident. And ever since that moment, people have trumped out things like, for example, the CNN bust in September about a couple weeks ago about the email. There was a huge hoopla about it. The three CNN, this guy, I'm sorry.
Okay, but hold on, Doug. Jeff, I'm sorry. Doug was the last guy. I'm still having PTSD from him. So, Jeff, let me just, before we get off onto CNN emails, so you're saying that first you said you think that the Russia stuff is something that Democrats are using to distract from the fact that they are neoliberals. But now you're saying it's actually the intelligence agencies that you don't think are really trustworthy. So what does that have to do with the Democrats?
Well, I think that as far as mainstream Democrats, they are refusing to acknowledge the fact that it wasn't Russia interference in the election lost the vote for them.
Hello? Oh, boy, Jeff, you're breaking up. We were really getting into the meat of it there, but now Jeff's gone. I was going to next get to, well, what would change your mind, right? Because he seems to giving different reasons why he doesn't believe it that aren't necessarily all connected.
But I like Jeff.
Jeff's a great guy, absolutely great guy.